And good morning. This is Coach Big Pete of DeepDishFootball.com. Time now for Deep Dish Football Game of the Week overtime edition between IC and Wheaton Academy. Players Spotlight. This time I'm going to do Players Spotlight, and it's going to be the IC College Prep Knights defensive line slash go into a little bit of the offensive line. A lot of people don't want to give them credit. They got a great group of athletes, great skill guys, but I do think that a lot of talk shall be looked at the defensive line and the offensive line of the IC Catholic Prep Knights. So let's go over some of the players, some of the key moves. The thing that impressed me the most, and especially the last years, their ability, their ability basically to contain the run, their ability to pass rush, and the ability because when you get into that small school private thing, you really don't have a lot of good linemen. And I know a lot of people will point to the size of that lineman, and they're not that tall. Not gonna lie, not that tall. But they do a hell of a job, and they get the job done, and they deserve a lot of respect for it. I've gotten to know two of them, and they're high character, highly motivated kids. Simple as that. So let's get started, shall we? All right. First, person talking about just scrolling down the notes. Ricky Mysliwiec. I'm probably mispronounced your last name, sir. I do apologize. 6'2", defensive guy, basically defensive tackle. Plays also a little bit on the offensive line too. Great speed, great ability to basically collapse the gap. Unbelievable job. Had a great spring this spring. Unbelievable kid. Definitely needs more respect. He's a junior class of 2019. He's definitely a player you definitely want to take a closer look at. But his main his pass rush ability is unbelievable, and his ability to basically close the gap, like I said, unbelievable. Also, another player that a lot of people don't really name that they should understand. Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson does a hell of a job. Did a great job last year. He's another 2019 kid for IC. Expecting another big year out of this kid. He did a good job from some of the game film, especially against St. Lawrence. He did a hell of a job against St. Lawrence, especially ability to contain the run and do his assignments correctly as a defensive lineman, not over pursue, not over penetrate like most defensive linemen do, and give up the running back for extra yardage, which he has done a great job. Michael Johnson is another player you want to keep a close eye out for. Next one, class of 2020. I talk very highly about this guy, and he deserves a lot of respect. Koby Reed, very young, but he's just a tough nosed kid, highly motivated kid, gets the job done, collapses the gaps. It's just unbelievable. Basically, an inside guy brawler. That's all I'm going to say. You want that type of defensive tackle for Main Street, and Koby Reed is it. I've talked about him numerous times. Keep a close eye out for the kid, Koby Reed of IC. He's a sophomore now. Also, Dylan Packer, great pass rusher. Also plays a little bit of an offensive line. I really like him on the defensive side of the ball. You want to keep a close eye on this kid. Actually, I forgot what game it was, the game from him I saw. He had a pretty great pivot step, one of the best pivot steps that I've seen. Ability to get to that second level and to initiate contact with the runner or quarterback. A great job for Dylan Packer of IC. I think the next one is Ryan Keenley, uh, uh, Little Keenley. He wait, I think. Hopefully, I didn't get the wrong person. I probably did. Do apologize. Ryan Keenley, another player to look out for. Hopefully I didn't get the wrong person. I do apologize. And again, I do not acknowledge injuries. Just to let you guys know, I do not acknowledge injuries. Who else? There's one more person that I'm forgetting about. 77, looking for 77. Uh, there's another kid, 77. He looked great. Hopefully I didn't say his name already. But they actually have a really good defensive line, have a great offensive line, and a lot of people don't give them credit for that because when you talk about IC, you talk about the athletes, you talk about the Sander twins, um, Luke Rickobin, all those other players, the freshman running back, all those other players. But you should definitely keep a very, very close eye on the defensive and offensive linemen of IC. Tremendous respect for them, especially for what they do. Again, they are a huge key to the IC players. Even last year for Jordan Roel and Kenneally, the older Kenneally who just graduated, who's going to Navy, he did a hell of a job too. And you gotta give respect to the world for that offensive line coach and that defensive line coach, especially I think of the offensive line coach is Kenneally, the defensive line coach I keep forgetting his name. They do a hell of a job. Michael Johnson, defensive lineman, Ricky Mysliwiec. I was impressed with his defensive line skills. Dylan Packer. They actually have a great group of defensive linemen in IC. So that's all I gotta say. That was my spotlight for Deep Dish Football Game of the Week, overtime edition between IC and Wheaton Academy. I will be at the game this Saturday afternoon. It's going to be a good game. Have a lovely day, and see you on Saturday.